Mayorga, we expect to be a man who's going to start fast. He says he's going to knock Vernon Forrest out. Forrest, as you can see, has got height and reach advantages, and he's a really, really accurate fighter. He'll pick his man off with that long left-hand lead. Mayorga says that he's going to go in there and throw everything at Vernon Forrest, and he says that he'll knock him out inside 7 rounds. Forrest, for identification purposes, the man with the red flash down the side of his shorts. And Mayorga straight away has gone in there gambling.
Well, Mayorga's, he's got up to a nice fast start. He's throwing big looping right hands over the top. He's very upright, and he's just looking. He's a very good power puncher. He's looking to offset Forrest now with just a little bit of counter punching. He's got on his bike a little bit, but he's sensible. Look, just shaking it out, trying to goad him in. But Forrest is patient. He's a world champion.
Vernon Forrest, not one of the most spectacular fighters in the world, but so precise, and they're a good, solid overhand right, picking his man off. Not too many people, I don't think, apart from Forrest himself, thought that he was going to beat Shane Mosley. Mosley, the man who beat Oscar De La Hoya. But Forrest had beaten him as an amateur, and then he came through and beat him twice as a pro, and now trying to cement his position as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Mayorga, if he does have a fault, it's perhaps in his defence. He does leave himself open when he winds up on those big hooks.
You find that with punchers, to unleash that big shot like they've all got, they have to be a little bit susceptible to taking the shot. But, Mayorga's got a good chin. Forrest has just delivered a cracking right hand right over the top, which is a true testament to Mayorga's chin.
Well, they talk about Mayorga's punch power, but Forrest certainly going looking for him in this opening round, and words of admonishment from Marty Denkin. Mayorga, incidentally, has been promised $100,000 and a new house from the president of Costa Rica if he wins this one, not to mention a yellow Chevrolet Corvette from his promoter Don King. Mayorga, born in Managua, Nicaragua, but now living in San Jose, Costa Rica. And he's really gambling in this opening round. If one of those big uppercuts happens to connect, but the more precise work, Duke, has come from Vernon Forrest.
Forrest is just starting to relax a little bit now. Just look at where his left hand's actually placed. He's dropped it very low, and Mayorga is coming over the top with his crashing right hands.
Well, the referee, is he saying that's no knockdown? No, he's giving it as a knockdown. And that was a left hand from Mayorga which put him down. Forrest doesn't like it. He says that's not a genuine knockdown. We'll want to have another look at that one. And he goes back to his corner, bitterly disappointed. And there's bedlam around this ring because there's a chance of a real upset maybe.
Don't worry about that. The judge ain't going to score that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Listen. Let him swing wild. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. You're backing up. Okay? Do not back up on this man. You understand now? Jab. Use the face, right? When he swing that wild, get under. Go to the body. The body is open, wide open.
The body was wide open, Duke, but it was Mayorga who showed just how dangerous he can be.
Well, Mayorga's not known for his boxing tactics. He's a roughhouse kind of a fighter. He's a nice swing. He's throwing a big looping left hook. Caught Forrest high on the top of the temple. And it was more of a cuffing shot. It was more of a slip than an actual genuine knockdown.
The left hook, though, was a real power shot into the second round. Of course, it's scheduled to go 12, and Forrest has got all the trouble he needs. His corner, you heard him say, just try and settle into this one. But Mayorga really fancies this. Oh, goodness me, and Forrest's in big trouble again. He caught him with another solid left hand, Mayorga. Well, Forrest has just got to try and get on his bike, try and work behind his jab, and try and stay away from this man.
This is what World Championship boxing is all about. You've got two champions who both know how to fight, and they're not putting nothing to rest here, they're just going for it.
Be a huge upset, this one, if Vernon Forrest were to lose. First round will presumably be scored 10-8 in favour of Mayorga. Oh, great uppercuts. That's a tremendous shot from Forrest. Well, one or two people thought this might be a bit of a chess match so far as Forrest was concerned. They thought he might just get on his bike and try and control matters at distance, but he's being dragged into a real toe-to-toe war.
This fight is so gripping. You can just feel the tension. You know, like with Vernon Forrest, he's got a beautiful right uppercut he just led off with there and caught Mayorga flush on the jaw. He's being drawn into a little bit of a dogfight here.
Forrest settling a bit more into his rhythm now. He seems to have regained composure after that knockdown in the first round, but Mayorga still looking to really wind up with that left hook. Another left hand from Mayorga, right on the side of the head of Forrest. Forrest takes it well. Well, this is spectacular, and Mayorga's saying, come on, get in here. What do you make of that? Real macho bravado.
That is absolutely, this is what World Championship boxing is all about. Mayorga's such a proud man, and he's not about to be taken aback by anything Forrest can throw at him. But, you know, he's trying to rough him out of it, pull him on some shots. He'll do anything. I think he's quite desperate at the moment. Obviously, he wants the victory. But, you know, these guys are they're teeing off.
Mayorga knows that he's got the power to hurt this man. Got a reputation of a bit of a wild man outside the ring, and he's showing that he can be a wild man inside it as well. Oh, another good solid left hand. You can hear the shouts of encouragement and advice from the Forrest corner, and they are very worried, and well they might be. Oh, another good left hook from Forrest, and he teed him up with a tremendous right uppercut as well.
He's so classy. You know, Vernon Forrest, this combination of the right uppercut and the left hook, it's a beautiful combination.
What a great answer that was from Vernon Forrest to that first round knockdown. He's come back and won the second, and there are some terrific combinations there, and Ronnie Shields, his corner man, is going to be impressed, I think.
Right there in the center with this guy. You understand? Look, pick him with the jab, pick him with the jab. Go to the body, that's all. Forget trying to hit him in the head. You're going to break the damn head, hit him on top of the head. You understand? Relax.
Go to the body, Duke, that's the advice.
Ronnie Shields is nobody's fool. He's come through with some good fighters, and now he's come through with Vernon Forrest. He's saying to him, work the body, forget about the hitting on the top of the head, where you could inflict some hand damage, which is what Forrest has to do, is to, you know, get back on his jab a little bit. He's been drawn into a bit of a dogfight. He's actually fighting Mayorga's kind of a fight.
But some tremendous exchanges, and Mayorga just wouldn't take a backward step.
Well, this is what Mayorga's known for. I mean, what a right uppercut he took, flush on the jaw there, but look at him there, calling in Vernon Forrest, saying, come on, let's have it.
So into the third round, and the crowd noise so much you couldn't hear the bell go to start that one. Forrest with the red flash down the side of his shorts. He was the man who was down in the first round. He's won the second, and it really is absolutely anybody's fight at this stage.
It's a slightly better boxing now from Vernon Forrest.
Oh, good shot from Mayorga though, Duke.
He was just trying to do a little bit of boxing there. He was just trying to go back to his basic boxing skills, where Mayorga just rushed him.
And it's Forrest who gets told off for holding on, and another big right hand over the top from Mayorga, and Forrest just can't get out of the way of that shot at the moment.
He's got his hands up again. He was carrying his left hand quite low, which enabled Mayorga to come over the top with a big loop in right hands, but he just picks it up there a little bit. See, his left hand just picks it up a little bit.
Riccardo Mayorga, who comes from a grindingly poor upbringing, he sees this as his great opportunity. He is the WBA champion. He won that title last year. Now he has the chance. Oh, another great shot from Mayorga. Forrest takes it well, and another big right uppercut. Terrific left hand from Mayorga, and he's looking to take Forrest out.
Mayorga's as rough as they come. He really is, hitting him on the back of the head. You know, I mean, this kid's teeing off. He's leaving himself so wide open there. He really is. It'll just take one precise time shot from Vernon Forrest to turn this one around and put it back in his favour.
I saw Stacey McKinley in the corner, of course, of Mayorga. He's one of the men behind Mike Tyson, and I'm sure that if Tyson were watching this one, and I wouldn't mind betting he is, he'll admire the way in which Mayorga is really gambling to try and counter the silky smooth skills of Forrest, and it's anything but silky smooth now. It's starting to be desperation, and a tremendous right hand from Mayorga, and Forrest this time is in big trouble. Well, he's up, but he's on rubber legs, and I don't think he knows too much about where he is, and it's all over. Well, what a sensational turn-up this is. Vernon Forrest, reckoned to be one of the best fighters in the world, has been stopped in round 3, and Ricardo Mayorga's cornermen can hardly believe it, and so the celebrations begin. And in old-fashioned parlance, when it came to this fight, he went out there and mugged him.
He just went out there, and he weren't having anything that Vernon Forrest was having to offer. You know, Ricardo Mayorga, this has to be one of the biggest upsets probably since Duran first beat Sugar Ray Leonard back in the early 80s. I mean, Vernon Forrest was such a hot prospect, you know, the classic professional inside and outside of the ring, had everything going for him. But Ricardo Mayorga said he was going to beat this kid, and he's gone out there and mugged him. He's such a powerful, no-holds-barred puncher.
I remember in 1986 when our own Lloyd Honeyghan went across and beat Donald Curry in Atlantic City. Everybody thought that Curry was going to give Honeyghan a boxing lesson, and many people thought that this fight was going to be the same, and Vernon Forrest can hardly believe it. And where do you begin to regroup from a defeat like that? This is the man who beat the man who beat the man, and now Ricardo Mayorga has gone and done it, and this is how the end came. A classic right-hand knockout punch.
Well, you know, all throughout the whole fight, Vernon Forrest kept delivering that left hand and carrying it so low, he just wouldn't get it up. You know, he paid for it a little bit in the first round, he took another one over in the second round, and then again going into this round, look at that big right hand, straight over the top. Mayorga just couldn't miss him. And with a genuine puncher, you just have to keep all of your boxing faculties and everything intact, but he just wasn't allowed to do that. Mayorga took him straight out of his stride from the first bell, and he just kept trying that right hand until it landed.
There were real scenes of desperation in the minutes before that knockout as Forrest was trying to unwind, and really he was in disarray when the end came there. And although he bravely got to his feet, it was absolutely right that Marty Denkin should have stopped it. And that right hand, well, that is going to be seen as one of the punches of the year, I'm sure, because that is going to be one of the upsets of the year, and we have a new man to be regarded as the best welterweight in the world. And in a moment or two we'll hear from our ringside interviewer Larry Merchant and hear exactly what the thoughts are of the people in the ring of a quite sensational result. Here's confirmation.
Referee Marty Denkin calls a halt to this contest at 2 minutes and 6 seconds of round number 3. The winner by knockout victory, he is now the unified WBA, WBC welterweight champion of the world.